Happy lunch hour, gang. All right, so you want another reason why you need to be growing your own food? Like you don't have 62 of them already, okay? You know, cost or availability or pick something. Well, we now find that basically we're getting poisoned by the commercial farmers and the growers and the canners. I mean, like, Del Monte or Libby. I mean, not home canning of fruits and vegetables. Scary thought, huh? Consumer Reports just put out a study that took them 7 years to compile and found that about 20% of all fruits and vegetables that they examined revealed unhealthy amounts of dangerous pesticides. Feel like eating Roundup, or well, it's herbicide, but uh, you know, ortho or black flag in your food. That's what we're getting. Okay. Uh, Interesting list and stuff that if you're looking at growing food, what to get. The biggest thing to watch for: imported food, especially stuff that comes from Mexico. Okay, because those were particularly likely to carry high amounts of pesticides in them, including pesticides that are not allowed to be used in U.S. farming anymore. So, hey, let's just grow it in Mexico and, avocados from Mexico, right? Remember all that crap? Okay. Yeah, growing your own food. So let's take a look at them. Consumer Reports put out the top 6 most dangerous fruits and vegetables to get. Blueberries. Okay, number 1, worst one out there. Blueberries are pretty easy to grow. Hell, I got a couple of blueberry bushes from my grocery store, so you can get them anywhere. The catch to blueberries, if you're going to plant them, you need 2 kinds. I mean, not just one species of blueberry, you need 2, all right, because they have to cross pollinate to get blueberries. If you like blueberries, grow your own. Get some blueberry bushes. They make for a nice hedge. You can grow them in a nice plot. They don't need anything other than acidic soil. And putting soil acidifier in is no big deal, especially if you make one nice little blueberry patch. You can acidify the whole patch and you're good to go. All right. But blueberries are the number 1 fruit or vegetable that is potentially carcinogenic. How about that word? Okay. Yeah, don't want to do it. Number 2, one we all love, and I grow the crap out of, is bell peppers. I mean, how many of you make stuffed peppers? Put peppers in your salad, peppers in your omelets, whatever it is. Okay. Bell peppers are the second most likely to have pesticides all over them. And sure, like any other vegetable or fruit, you want to wash it before you eat it, but here's a great idea. Grow your own bell peppers. It's real easy. And if you don't use the bug spray on them, guess what? You don't have to worry about it. Number 3, one of the most common foods we all eat: potatoes. Potatoes are about the simplest thing to grow, that you can grow them in a garden, in a bucket, in a kiddie pool, in about anything you want. But how many of us eat potatoes regularly? I don't know. French fries, hash browns, home fries, baked potatoes, mashed potatoes, along with your dose of pesticides. Potatoes are pretty easy to grow. I grow in a 300 square feet. I get 150 pounds of potatoes a year. It's plenty for the 2 of us. Potatoes are easy to can. You can put them up. Potatoes will store for a good amount of time. If you like to have them fresh potatoes for baked, grow your own potatoes. Number 4, green beans. Now remember, we're talking about the 6 most common pesticide-laden foods here. How many of these that I've talked about are already in your diet? Green beans. Who doesn't eat green beans? Who doesn't like green bean casserole or anything? Snap beans. You know, how many of us are going to spend the summer sitting on the porch after harvesting green beans, snapping the tips off of beans, snapping the beans, getting ready to freeze them or can them or whatever? Okay. Yeah. Pesticides all over the place in green beans. Grow them yourself. Again, the green beans are another one of the very, very simple, very prolific vegetables you can grow at home. Grow bush beans. You don't need to have big trellises or anything like that. In a relatively small space, let's say less than 100 square feet, you will grow more green beans to be able to can them than you want to eat green beans once a week with meals. You got plenty right there. Okay, you will get boatloads off of bush beans. Growing them yourself, if you keep picking them, they'll keep producing them. Grow your own green beans. Number 5, not necessarily something that I eat, but a lot of people do. Kale, mustard greens, spinach, that sort of stuff. Your greens. Yeah. A lot of people grow spinach because women, you need the iron or whatever. A lot of people like kale. Personally, I don't. I think it tastes like dirt. But a lot of people like to make smoothies out of it or whatever. Leafy greens like that, spraying on the chemicals all over the place, and they just soak right into the plant. You have a problem. They are now inside. You can't wash it off because it's now been taken up by the part of the plant that you're actually going to eat. Okay, a little different than potatoes or whatever, where you're going to peel the skin off for the most part. Still get some, but you are eating what is being directly sprayed upon with kale, mustard greens, spinach, other leafy greens. The last one, watermelon. Okay, yeah, summertime. Who doesn't love watermelon? Again, sprayed with a lot of pesticides. Watermelon's not difficult to grow. It does take some work, but and it takes a lot of space. Watermelon will crawl like crazy all over the place in your garden. So if you're going to grow watermelon, make sure you've got a large patch. Best solutions, if you can, for these, if you can't grow them yourself, spend the money. You're going to have to buy organic, okay? Because all these pesticides in there, when these foods are canned or whatever, canned green beans or something, you go to the grocery store and you buy cans of green beans, they still got the chemicals in them. All right. So, best solution, grow them yourself. Second best solution, find yourself an organic farmer, an organic farmer's market, or God knows, have to go to Whole Foods or Trader Joe's to buy your vegetables, which can get crazy expensive. I don't know if you saw, there was a story this morning about some woman who was complaining about going into Whole Foods and buying an apple, one apple, $7 for an apple. Okay. The funny part, I got a kick out of it, is her walking out of the store with the apple and bitching about it. And I'm going, you could have easily gone and put it back, because there ain't no way in the world I'm paying $7 for a freaking apple. Simple stuff, guys. These are all easy to grow. If you start them from seed, no problem, real cheap. Even if you got to go to Walmart and spend $4 for some plants or whatever it is, it's still cheaper than what you're paying for in the store. You get to learn a little bit about gardening, and most importantly, you're not eating a bunch of toxic chemicals. Enjoy the rest of Friday. Pinball out.